I'm excited. There's a lot of anticipation always for the first game, and I feel like we've been practicing for a while now, and just there's the anticipation, like you said, it's growing, and you're getting to a point where you're just itching to go play. So I'm excited. Team's excited. Feel good about it.
Welcome to Chapel Hill, North Carolina, and the kickoff to the 2025 TCU Horned Frog football season. The Frog faithful have made their way to UNC to cheer on TCU inside a packed Kenan Stadium. Hello, friends. I'm Chris Gutierrez on assignment tonight for the team at Roxo Media House and Frogs Today. It's a picture-perfect night here in Tar Heel country, and there's certainly a buzz in the air as our Horned Frogs find themselves in the national spotlight yet again. All eyes are on this game in large part because roaming the other sideline tonight is 8-time Super Bowl winning head coach Bill Belichick as he makes his coaching debut at the collegiate level. And TCU plans to hand Coach Belichick his first loss. Here's TCU head coach Sonny Dykes on his State of the Frogs coaches show.
Good. Our guys have been really dialed in. There is a maturity and kind of focus about this team that I think is different than some of the teams we've had in the past. And so really like these guys. I think they're excited to play. I think they're excited about this opportunity and, realize that we're going to be, viewed by a lot of people. It's going to be a highly watched football game, a lot of conversation about this, and our guys are excited about it.
Another first is the fact that tonight is the first TCU football game for our new athletic director, Mike Buddy. And our Frogs Today team caught up with Mike a short time ago.
This is my third AD job, and so what I've learned over the years is to actually take a deep breath and enjoy it and kind of take stock of all the things that have taken place for me to get to this position, all the hard work that Coach Dykes and his guys have put into this, and really just going to try to enjoy being on the sidelines for kickoff and kicking off what we hope to be a special season. Well, I wouldn't say there's added pressure as the athletic director. I mean, Coach Dykes and the guys are the ones putting in all the work. As a guy who played in the ACC at Wake Forest, like I've always had a healthy intolerance for Carolina Blue, so I'm excited that this first opportunity is coming, not only against a pretty well-known program in North Carolina, but certainly one that's been in the headlines with their new coach and all the things that goes along with that. So to us, that's opportunity, and so I don't look at it as pressure, but I look at it as a great opportunity for the TCU community.
And coming up, we'll hear from TCU quarterback Josh Hoover as we go over keys to the game. Plus, we're going to take a trip down memory lane as we visit with members of the last TCU football team to play against a stacked North Carolina squad back in 1997. You're watching the Frogs Today pregame show live from Chapel Hill, North Carolina, brought to you in part by our friends at the Squire shop. Make sure you stop by the Squire shop to see the new Martin Digman Lodge previewing the new fall collection. And of course, they have the very latest fall fashions from Peter Millard, Johnny O, and their new TCU gear. And a special thank you to our friends at Keehan Dermatology. With over 15 years worth of general, surgical, and cosmetic dermatology experience, Dr. Patrick Keehan and his staff offer a wide variety of services, including specialty cosmetic treatments to give you the best skin possible. Don't trust your skincare with just anyone. We're back right after this.
Energy does everything for us. It's all-encompassing.
We're all benefiting and affected from it.
And it is something that we all need to know about.
It is the glue that holds everything together.
TCU is powering what matters, our future.
We don't just talk about what's needed, we focus on results.
The Ralph Lowe Energy Institute is creating a world where energy is affordable, sustainable, and reliable.
And welcome back. New North Carolina head coach Bill Belichick praising TCU's team ahead of tonight's big matchup here in Chapel Hill.
TCU, really good program. When Coach Francione came in and then turned over to Coach Patterson, they really elevated that program with, tremendous success like they had back in the, back in the 30s with, Davey O'Brien and Sammy Baugh and Dutch Meyer. And then, of course, being in the championship game and Coach Dykes, when he took over, being in the national championship game, it was really a strong program. It's had a lot of success in the last 2 decades. And they're impressive to watch. We saw last year, really an explosive offensive team, a defensive team that's very tough and aggressive, some good players on both sides of the ball, and a very competitive kicking game group as well. So this will be one of the better special teams units that we'll see during the year, especially from a coverage standpoint. So,
now, did you know Belichick's father was an assistant coach for the Tar Heels back in the early 50s? And now Belichick has hired his son Steve to be his defensive coordinator. Steve held the same position at Washington last year, and TCU quarterback Josh Hoover says that he's been looking over old film from Washington and even NFL film to get a better idea of what UNC might throw his way defensively.
I mean, Patriots stuff, watched some of that over the summer, and then, lately it's been a lot of Washington, kind of just what they did last year. But, I watched some stuff, old 49ers Patriots games with a guy I kind of work with, and we kind of went through some of what they did and got some cool ideas and cool perspective from him on kind of what they try to do, who they are as a defense. And but you never really know. I mean, first game of the year, you never know kind of what their spin of it's going to be, what they're going to do. So it's all about going out and executing our plays, having a great understanding of what we're trying to do, and then just playing clean as an offense. And so, but yeah, it's been fun to go back and kind of watch some stuff.
And our countdown to kickoff continues after another quick break. When we come back, we'll hear from TCU's offensive coordinator, Kendall Briles. You're watching the Frogs Today pregame show live from Chapel Hill, North Carolina, presented by our friends at the Squire Shop and Keehan Dermatology.
Welcome to the Squire Shop.
We are locally owned and operated since 1994.
We specialize in the finest men's clothing that the market has to offer at affordable prices with unbelievable service.
We do custom clothing all the way to more casual, Peter Millar, Johnny O, kind of everything. Well, my dad's the owner, so I've been around retail my whole life. Oh, it's great. I mean, it's the best boss I'll ever have. I know that.
We love our TCU community. They have been so good to us. Come see us today. Go Frogs!
It is a gorgeous 73 degrees here on the UNC campus. Kenan Stadium holds about 55,000 fans. It's a natural grass field, which running backs typically love, and TCU's offensive coordinator, Kendall Briles, wants to get his backfield established early.
I really like the way we're running the football. Coach Smith's done a great job with them. I think there's some confidence there between them and the offensive line and the tight ends up front. So I feel good about where they're at and the progression they made. They're a really tight group. These guys hang out all the time. They have fun on the field, starting with Deary, our center. He's a leader. He's obviously one of our captains, so the players think highly of him. And, he's done a great job. But, yeah, there's a lot of guys that can play. We feel really good about, if guys get winded, to be able to get other guys in the game. And, it's iron sharpens iron. So those guys are making each other better every day. It's been nice.
There really has been a big emphasis on the running game this offseason. The team averaged 114 yards per game on the ground last year. That's TCU's worst running game average since 1997. And speaking of 97, that's the last time that these two teams have actually played each other. I remember it well. I was a student at TCU at the time, and I remember the excitement on campus as TCU was hosting the 5th-ranked Tar Heels at Amon Carter Stadium. Here's how a few of the players remember that game.
My 21st birthday was October 4th, 1997. So, like I said, exciting day for me, my family, my friends. We were playing North Carolina, who was number 3 or 4 in the nation at the time. Late in the game, Greg Ellis happens to sack me and puts his hand on my chest as he gets up, face mask to face mask, and just says, "Happy birthday, young man," and kind of smiles at me, and he helps me up after that. So it was a good gesture by him and letting them know that they still had us that day, but he was kind enough to let me know happy birthday.
The team they brought to Fort Worth was something special. They had a number of guys that played in the NFL, namely Dre Bly, Greg Ellis, Ebenezer Ekubon, Vonnie Holiday, Algie Crumpler, and the guy that I played against all night, a center by the name of Jeff Saturday. Jeff Saturday would go on to play for Indianapolis Colts for a guy named Peyton Manning for 10-plus years.
I mean, you had a stacked group of people. They were men on the other side, and a lot of them ended up being top-round draft picks, played in the NFL for a number of years, and were even all-pro. So it was a great football game.
That game specifically, there was a lot of hype around it because of their ranking, and this is a team we don't see very often. A cool place, a cool team coming to Fort Worth to play us.
So we knew it was a big game for our program, where we were at the time as a young team, and playing in an atmosphere like that at the Carter with a great team like that coming in. So it was exciting for us.
TCU lost that game 31-10. Now, TCU has played UNC 3 times, and we're currently 0-3 against the Tar Heels. But how about this? Bill Belichick is 0-2 in his head coaching debuts. In fact, exactly 34 years ago today, he lost his Browns debut against the Dallas Cowboys. And then, in the year 2000, he lost his Patriots debut against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Let's just say Frog fans expect him to lose this debut as well. We're back with a quick look at the defense right after this. Welcome back. The TCU defense is led by second-year defensive coordinator Andy Avalos, who head coach Sonny Dykes says has the guys prepared.
Both units played really well at times last year and didn't at other times. And so, we've just got to become a little bit more consistent. I think we're now on year 2 with Coach Avalos' defense. I think we'll make huge strides just because of the comfort and understanding of how to play the defense. A lot of guys that have played snaps. Those guys really work hard. They're very good. They're going to be very well prepared and I think executed at a high level. And same thing on offense. Year 3 now with Kendall's group and quarterback's been here for all 3 of them. Josh understands what we're doing, why we're doing it. And I think he's really taken a big step, through the spring. I think we all forget last year he didn't go through spring training. He was coming off of a back surgery and really played well last year. Started a little bit slow, but then as the season went on, played outstanding down the stretch. But we just need to be a little bit more consistent. I think if we can do that, and as I said earlier, create turnovers defensively and take care of the ball on offense, we'll have a chance to have a good team.
Well, it's almost time for kickoff, and before we go, we have to wish Frogs Today Director of Media Jay Fitzgerald a happy birthday. If you've ever been to a TCU athletic event, he's hard to miss. He towers over everybody. He loves TCU, and he has a heart of gold. Happy birthday, my friend. I'm Chris Gutierrez. Enjoy the game, and we'll see you at halftime. Go Frogs.